It's Tuesday, May the 3rd of 2021. This is a news report about the Soweto movement.
Good morning with everyone. In order to understand better the Soweto movement, first, we're going to be analyzing what's going on politically and socially in South Africa.
This country, at a time, was ruled by the apartheid government. This government was characterized for having laws and policies that segregated the society and that were against the Black citizens of South Africa. This country was dominated politically, socially, and economically by white people. As you can see in the image, there are people protesting against the apartheid government.
Okay. In the daily life, Black citizens were considered harassed, all because they were prohibited to attend certain social events, obtain jobs, to access certain public facilities, like in the third picture, like schools and universities. In addition, they could be only laborers, be classified as laborers, workers, and servants. They could not be aspired to be a better position in society.
The movement started for the following reasons. By that time, the Africans Meeting Decree of 1974 was applied, which stated that all Black schools will use Afrikaans and English as a 50-50 mix as language instruction. This decree made the students of Soweto feel that they were being deprived of their own language. Furthermore, as explained before, Black citizens were segregated and discriminated. They considered that they deserved to be treated better.
Okay, because of all of this, they decided to be unconventional means. That means that the students of Soweto and Black citizens organized into a social movement, and all of this and march on the streets, as you can see over here. However, they also needed a leader and support from these institutions.
Yeah, so in 1970, the South African Students Movement, or SASM, was created by senior students from 3 high schools in Soweto. The institution was founded in order to address matters of importance to students. That's why when it noticed that they wanted to revolt against the Africans Meeting Decree and the apartheid government, this institution and the Black Conscious Movement as well decided to help them by mobilizing the students on the days of the marches. Those are pictures of the 2 institutions that decided to help the students that participated in the Soweto movement.
Okay, thank you for that. And important to add, since the date it was found, the SASM has fought against discrimination based on the ethically and against the authorization of apartheid of clandestine laws, mainly in disrupting proceedings of South African foreign and racial affair in meetings of Dutch Reformed Church.
Well, let's go back to the movement. It still needed a leader, and Teboho McDonald Machini was the one who assumed this position. He was the student who came up with the idea to peacefully protest in mass, and on June 16 of 1976, when the first protest took place, he led all the students from Maurice Isaacson High School to join with others who walked from Madeley High School. He was the primary student leader of this uprising, which spread across South Africa in June of 1976. As you can see an image right there, that is Teboho McDonald Machini, a true hero.
Yeah, we all can say that he was a true hero. The groups representing the social movement are the students, as we can imagine, and the Black students of South Africa. Thought all the peaceful marches that took place, approximately 1,000 students participated in the march.
However, these 20,000 students encountered police brutality. The police hit, shot, and killed numerous students. The number of people killed during the marches is said to be 176, but experts have estimated that more than 700 individuals have lost their lives. As you can see there, that is the image of a newspaper that was published at the time in South Africa, which represents how a student is in his hands holding another student who was harmed by the police.
Yeah, we can all say that that's some monstrosity. Those people marched and put themselves in danger, with the objective of expressing and discussing and disagreement of students against the African medium degree of the birth of the government, and to arise consecutionists through Soweto and the whole country.
So students aim to gain as much support as possible in order to pursue level reforms in the educational and social aspects, which would override the Africans Medium Decree and would offer Black citizens more opportunities for a better life.
Now we can see the fear.
So, however, these students would have to overcome difficulties in order to achieve their objective. Jose, can you explain us which difficulties they had to face?
Yeah, just 1 second. It's froze. Okay, well, how are the difficulties in the order to achieve their objective? Well, the social movement, they can be classified as social political one. Students and Black citizens were fighting for their native language, as we can all imagine, for equality, for better opportunities. In order to achieve this, there had to be legal changes in the Constitution of South Africa.
However, they faced the struggles. The first difficulty was to obtain the political will of the government to make the reforms. And the second one was the changes in the constitution took time. So this was a difficult situation for the students of Soweto and of the whole South Africa.
Okay, well now, let's make a short recap of the main events of the Soweto movement. First of all, the introduction of the Bantu education policy, which was the highly charged political and democratic connotations. The Bantu education system was designated to train and fit Africans for the new role in society, or newly evolving apparently society in 1948.
Then the next event is the issue of the Africans Medium Decree of 1974, which forced all Black students of South Africa to use Afrikaans in English in a 50-50 mix as language instruction, as explained before.
Furthermore, since April 30th of 1976, strikes took place in educational centers and students refused to go to school.
Afterwards, on June the 16th of 1976, and we already mentioned this date, the first peaceful march of the Soweto movement took place. Mashini led students from the Morris Saxon High School to join with others who walked from the Naledi High School. The South African student movement and the Black conscious movement helped by mobilizing the students.
Finally, during the marches, the police reacted violently. It harmed thousands of students and killed over 60 million people.
So, as you can see, the Soweto movement caused the deaths of hundreds of students. Many resulted harmed and led South Africa into political and economical instability. These were the consequences, but still something good had to come out of it. And it was that eventually the apartheid government lost power. The apartheid legislation was repealed on June the 16th of 1981, and Nelson Mandela was elected president of South Africa in 1994. He addressed inequality, discrimination, and introduced a full multiracial democracy.
And well, we all, and that is the end news for this morning. Thanks for watching. I am Samuel Mosquera. He was for Kim Martinez. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.